What's going on, scrappers and wrestling fans out there? Welcome to the Technique Tuesday Breakdown with me, Jim Carucci. Today we'll be kicking off a series where I'll be using the Refine app to break down some really high-level wrestling. Social distancing has made it hard for a lot of communities and programs to get on the mat. One way we can augment that and keep improving is to go deep on film study and really refine ourselves on the mental side of the game. We're going to go into some of the finer points of the Dake versus Taylor National Championship match and really get into what it is that those two do that make them so great. So without further ado, let's get into the actual match film. Okay, so I'm going to go into the app real quick. Right away, you're going to see David Taylor attack Kyle Dake with a really slick ankle pick. He doesn't take any time, he gets right after it, and you're going to see that he really takes advantage of one of the ticks in Dake's stance discipline. There's a slight flaw, and Taylor's going to take advantage of that, so I just want you to pay attention for that. So they're hand fighting at the middle, and you can see that Taylor's kind of controlling the center to a certain extent, and you see here Dake kind of steps back right there. He does it again, and then the third time Taylor's going to come in, club the head, and go straight to his ankle pick. And as he's stepping back, Taylor's there to grab that ankle. And one thing you got to really notice is any elite wrestler is really going to take advantage of those small flaws. So if you're the offensive guy, you got to be thinking, what are the ticks that my opponent has? What are the opportunities I have to attack him when he reveals a flaw in his stance discipline? And on the flip side, you got to be aware of if you're Dake, even if you're a four-time national champion, there's a way for everybody to attack you. People are going to be gunning for you. You got to have an awareness of the way your feet are moving, the way your hands are moving, where your head is moving, and not leaving any opportunities to get attacked like that. So yes, even when you're Kyle Dake, there's opportunities to improve. Okay, so really nice sequence there. Next, we're going to fast forward. We're going to jump to an escape that Dake got that really demonstrates what makes him so great, his body awareness and understanding where his hips are. So you see Taylor's got a leg in. He's pretty strong on top. He's got a leg in. Dake scoops that leg out, and then he goes hunting for the other leg, and he elevates it, and he starts getting hips higher than Taylor's. And he's able to use that to create momentum and kind of create a spiral up. I talk about that on bottom a lot. You want to create a spiral up. You want to keep moving and work towards coming up at the same time. Get a step ahead of your opponent and then create enough chaos so that you can get off bottom, and that's what Dake does there. Okay, next we're going to fast forward again to a really nice takedown by Dake. We go back a little. You see that they're hand fighting. And now Dake's going to come in with his own ankle pick. He comes in, he goes out the back door, he switches legs quickly, and he hooks the ankle. Notice how he's being patient, but he's also getting his hips high. This is a really good demonstration of the concept that higher hips wins. Dake gets his hips real high. He forces Taylor into a position where his hips are lower and puts all his weight on him and then really turns around. He doesn't quite have control immediately. You notice how his head dips a little bit, but he's taking his time. He hooks the ankle and he gets his hips high, and he forces Taylor into the lower hip position. It's kind of like a seesaw, and he eventually gets his hands around, and that's really the key to scrambling is higher hips, coming up fast and being patient there. So really nice sequence by Dake, really demonstrating his greatness there. Okay, and one last thing I want to point out about this sequence is notice how Dake is really riding hard and making sure that he rides out to the end of the period. And that's really what I'm talking about when I talk about situational awareness. This is a really critical point in the match that Dake denies to Taylor, and it ends up becoming the difference in this match. If I'm not mistaken, it's like a 1-point match, or maybe it's a 2-point match because of riding time, but it's a really close match. And this is really what makes the difference in a lot of those close matches, is whether or not you're wrestling smart. So next I want to jump to a point that I have bookmarked. So I'm going to jump back a little bit. You're going to see Taylor attempt another slick ankle pick. He sets it up really well. He almost gets it. He's got Dake dead to rights. He's looking to drive through him. Notice a very subtle point. I'm going to go slow-mo here. He looks like he's got Dake dead to rights. He's about to crack him down, and then look, Dake switches his head side, and that slows Taylor down just enough so that Dake can get that half a beat to get the whizzer in. He's looking to come up. Dake switches the head side. That throws Taylor off balance. Windshield wipers his head to the side. He gets just enough time to get on that whizzer and get the space to really fight back. He's able to steal for himself just enough space to get his hips back and prevent that takedown. Okay, so that concludes our breakdown of the Dake versus Taylor National Championship bout. Two super athletes going at it, really showing us how it's done. Hopefully you got something out of this film study from two of the best college wrestlers of this past decade. I'll be putting out a film breakdown video just like this one every Tuesday for the foreseeable future. Please leave me some feedback in the comments section. Comment/DM and let me know if there's a match you want to see broken down. The app we use to break down this film is called Refine. If you're looking to make film study a part of your regimen, I highly recommend the Refine app, which can help you get the most out of your mat time and really pick up on the finer points we went over here. Check it out on the Apple App Store or DM @Refine for a live demo. Refine makes it easy to get the most out of your mat time and make sure you never leave a coachable moment on the mat. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe and stay wrestling tough. Peace.